Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes on Properties in Montenegro by Montenegro Prospects. Today we are going to talk about the regions in Montenegro. My colleague Bojana will help me with that. Bojana, tell me please, what do you think, how frequently our clients ask about the regions in Montenegro?
That's probably one of the most common, if not the first question asked by the clients who haven't visited Montenegro yet. Our coast is not long, is not big compared to other countries, but it's very diverse and has to offer something for each type of client, whether you're looking for a good rental opportunity or looking for a property to live, to retire, we have it all.
That's amazing because I'm thinking that most of the clients simply don't have a clear picture of where are the most important or most interesting cities, or for example, which areas are good for family, holiday, for kids, and other more adventurous and stuff like that. So what I would like is for us to explain to them, starting, for example, from the northwest of the country and Herceg Novi. Herceg Novi would be the first city that we come across when we are entering Montenegro from Croatia.
Yes. So Herceg Novi is also the closest town to Dubrovnik Airport, which is very important for a lot of our clients because Dubrovnik Airport is very well connected with most European countries. And it's quite close to Tivat airport, so we're talking about 1 hour or less driving distance, which is very good. On the other hand, Herceg Novi is a great mix of old town and old properties and more modern and luxury developments. I would say that mostly clients choose Herceg Novi for long-term rent and to live there or spend most of the year over there because of that mixture of properties. But it's also good for investment perspective. For example, Herceg Novi has the old town, which is known as town of stairs. So as the name says it, there are a lot of stairs in Herceg Novi and therefore some beautiful views. And thanks to that old properties, it has a good rental potential because most clients would like to see, something that they cannot find in any other European country. On the other hand, it has a new luxury development. It's called Porto Novi. It's maybe 10-15 minutes driving from the city center and offers some of the most amazing restaurants, good boutiques, great spa. So it's good for those people who like to indulge in luxury living, and also it's good for people who have boats and who are looking into luxury destination to moor their boat.
Yes, that's interesting because there are few of those luxury developments mostly situated in Boca Bay. Mm-hmm. And as we go further to the southeast, mm-hmm. on the coast, we are coming to either Kotor or Tivat. What would be, it depends on which side of the bay we are looking.
Depends, yes. If we continue our talk about luxury, I would continue straight to Tivat. One of the first luxury marinas called Porto Montenegro was built there. It's still underdeveloped, but most part of it is developed and in use. Tivat is a rather new town. Most clients compare it to Monaco. It's very comfortable and convenient for both either full-time living or renting out. What's important about Tivat is that it has 2 international schools located there, which is also an important aspect for our international clients. So I would say Tivat is also widely chosen by our clients who decide to live, who decide Montenegro to be their second address.
As I understand, there is a pretty large community of expats, that is people that are now living in Tivat, mm-hmm. but are originated from other countries, Western Europe, America, and...
Yes, there is a great community of expats. There's some Facebook groups, Instagram groups. It's expat life. It's very well organized and rich in Montenegro, I would say. They go hiking together. Although I have to mention this, local people are very friendly and very open, and you will be able, to organize your life in Montenegro very nicely, especially in these coastal areas. When it comes to properties, some people decide to rent while others decide to buy. If you don't want to buy in Porto, Montenegro, which is probably the most expensive part of Tivat, there are a lot of other developments, new modern developments with nice views with good amenities, close to the city center, close to kids' playground, close to the school, close to the beach. So a lot of our clients choose Tivat as their place to go once they're here.
I understand that international schools are also available in Tivat, which is very important for the people with kids.
Yes, two international schools, Arcadia and Knightsbridge. One is located in the very center of Tivat, other one it's a bit outside, but as I already mentioned, the coastal area is not big, so that's like 10-15 minutes driving distance from the Tivat city center, so it's close enough.
Okay, so another city in Boka Bay, probably historically the most important, is Kotor, of course.
Yes, it's my hometown. I'll try not to be biased. Kotor is widely chosen by people who want to have a good investment property that they can rent well. It's also chosen by some people who decide to live, because there is also some expat community. But I would say people mostly choose Kotor because of the old town and because it's UNESCO heritage site. You don't get too many UNESCO heritage sites in the world in which you can invest and buy property. What's good about the old town is that it has a limited number of properties. So it is what it is. You cannot build another old town. So a lot of people are looking exclusively for properties in the old town. What's good about the old town is that the rental is not seasonal. You can expect to have some clients even in December or January. Summer season is always fully booked. So it's, as I said, it's a good rental opportunity. Kotor has a lot of small, proper Mediterranean villages around, like Muo, Prčanj, Stoliv, Dobrota, which are also rich in history with a lot of old stone properties along the sea, and a new and modern developments a bit higher up, which offer beautiful views, because Kotor is a bit steep, so most properties will have stunning views in Kotor Bay and in Kotor area, and the views will stay, which is also very important for most of our clients.
One thing that I heard a lot of times from our clients is that Kotor Bay area doesn't have classical beaches, sandy beaches. That is because of the landscape. So area from mountains that goes into the sea is very steep. So it resembles fjord. Geologically, it's not the same. Of course, the fjords are in a colder climate. However, it resembles very much fjord scenery, and that's why there's no sandy beaches. How the beaches look like in Kotor Bay?
So we don't have beaches, but we have concrete jetties made of concrete and stone, which to me somehow offers a proper Mediterranean living, let's put it that way. You put a towel on a concrete jetty, you jump into the sea, you are back. Some people tend to have sunbeds on those jetties, so you have a boat very close to you. So it's, to me, the jetties, those concrete jetties, which we call ponta, represent a proper Mediterranean, lifestyle and way of jumping into the water. We have Luštica Peninsula very close, I would say 15-20 minutes driving distance. And in my opinion, some of the most beautiful and most nature-preserved beaches are located there. So within 20 minutes, if you're a beach lover, You can be, for example, at Plavi Horizonti or Blue Horizon, which is a fine sand beach, open sea. So we have it all, as I said.
Luštica is very interesting from the investment point of view, and one of the largest developments in Montenegro in recent years is situated there.
Yes, it's called, after the peninsula, it's called Luštica Bay, and basically it's a new town. So at the moment it has 3 stages. It has a marina village, it has peaks, which are first golf residences in Montenegro, and it has Central. Central is planned to be like a central part, administrative part of Luštica Bay. It will have its own school, it will have its own hospital, already has an ambulance, already has a fire department, a lot of boutiques, post office, bank. So everything you need, everything one town needs. And Luštica Bay represents one of the most luxury developments in Montenegro. Of course, that yachting tourism, it's very important. So Luštica Bay has also a marina. But what's special about Luštica Bay, it's their golf course. So they will have first their building already part of golf. It's built and ready for players. So first ever golf course will be in Luštica Bay. From investment point of view, that's very good because our climate, we've been very lucky with the climate and the sun, the number of sunny days we have. So golfers will be able to play golf over there almost all year round, which is not very usual for other parts of the world.
After Boka Bay, the next very best thing is Budva. Budva is slightly different than Bay Area cities.
Yeah, Budva, a lot of people love Budva because of all the beaches it has and because of the open sea. Budva is known as a party town among our clients. It offers a great nightlife, but I would say Budva is not just that. So it has a very nice old town, you know, with old stone houses by the water and a lot of beaches next to it. So Budva it's also a great mixture of new and old, and some of the most beautiful views from like modern developments with beautiful penthouses and pools you can find in Budva. So I would say Budva is also a good option for renting out, for living all year round as well, because you have the old town, which is like the center and the core, and then outside the old town you have modern developments with a lot of amenities, with like pools, gyms, and a lot of beaches, because a lot of clients are looking for good beach life once they're here.
If we go towards south, we come to a largest city on the coast. In southern parts, it's called Bar. Bar is pretty modern city, right?
Yes, it's probably other places we mentioned, we could call them towns, but Bar is a proper city. Yeah, it's big and wide, and it also represents a great mix of traditional properties and new developments. And as most of our clients would say who choose Bar as their home, that Bar is very comfortable. It's very comfortable for living when it comes to the amenities, when it comes to how close it's, for example, to capital, to Podgorica, how close it's to Podgorica airport. So Bar is also another great city. It's a great mix, as I said, of modern and traditional. It has beautiful beaches as well. Compared to other places we mentioned, Bar is wider, so therefore it has more houses with gardens to offer, let's say. So most of our clients who would like to have a house and to have some outdoor space, you know, to plant a garden or something, are choosing Bar as new address.
Yes, Bar is especially interesting because it breathes. It differs from most of the other coastal cities because except from the old bar, which is the old town, which is situated slightly away from the today city center. Bar is modern with wide boulevards, wide streets, very developed infrastructure. It doesn't resemble coastal cities that we mentioned before, which are a bit narrower, narrow streets, not too much area between the sea and the place where the mountains go high up. The back of the bar is also beautiful with Mountain Rumia and a very picturesque region with very developed agricultural production. Therefore, the market in Bar is one of the best markets. Also, I would mention the port of Bar, which is huge.
Yeah, it's very important. We have a ferry, Barbari, and I just want to go back to the market, to the green market. So the best olives and olive oil come from Bar. Remember that. That's very important.
An important thing that we haven't mentioned, and we should, is how the property prices compare to in different regions of Montenegro. So right now we are in Bar. Bar is probably the most convenient in terms of prices, what you get for what you paid.
Yes, prices are mostly dictated by the rental income. So Bar, it's not a market for short-term rental. People usually come to Bar either to stay for a couple of months or to live there, but they don't tend to visit Bar on like day 2, 3 or 7, like they do in Budva, Kotor and Tivat. So prices are a bit more affordable in Bar. As I said, the area of Bar, it's wider and bigger, so you have much more properties than you have, for example, in Kotor. So that's another important thing when it comes to property prices. So Kotor has a limited number of properties, either new or old, while Bar is developed very well, and it's still developing when it comes to the new buildings, to the new properties. So therefore, the prices in Bar, you get more for your money in Bar than in other areas, especially when it comes to house market.
How could we compare, for example, the prices in Bar with the prices in Budva and respectively Kotor, Tivat and Herceg Novi?
Yes. So basically, for a 2-bedroom apartment, you can get probably a house in Bar. I would say that's probably the best comparison.
So the prices are higher in the Boca Bay region and Budva area. And what would you say is considered to be the pricier area in the Montenegro?
So the opinions are different, but I would say Kotor and Tivat have the highest prices at the moment. If we don't talk about high-end developments like Porto, Montenegro, Luštica Bay and Porto Novi, those 3 are probably at the same range. But other than that, Kotor and Tivat have the highest prices at the moment per square meter.
Okay, we are left with one major city on the coast, which is on the far south, and that's Ulcinj.
Yeah, Ulcinj is probably best known for its Velika plaža, as we call it, or large or big beach. It's 13 kilometers long.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a fine sand beach. It's a heaven for kite surfers. And it's a place where you go when you really want to have a day off and to chill. Ulcinj is, I would say, under the development, let's put it that way. So the new developments are just starting to develop. So we hope it will be more developed in the future. At the moment, and not a lot of our clients are looking for Ulcinj because it's far south and it's a bit far from other parts like Kotor Bay, Tivat, Herceg Novi, where most people, most tourists and most of our clients want to be.
there's another great place. It's called Ada Bojana, right?
Yeah, that's where most people go. Yeah, it's with Albanian border. It's good for rental. That area is good for renting out, like on daily basis.
It's a beautiful countryside,
Yeah.
and one of the first and probably the only nudist beach in former Yugoslavia was there, you know,
Yeah.
back in the 60s and 70s.
Still active.
Still active, yes. So roughly these are the regions in Montenegro with the basic characteristic that we try to explain. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you are interested to know a bit more, if you would like to know current prices. We are not talking about them in this video because it's something that fluctuates and these things change rapidly. So please call us, we'll be there for you. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.